It has been a really difficult summer. I think this might have been the hardest choice I've made. Hey everyone, my name's Edna, and I wanted to make this video because I really want to be transparent about my journey in law school. And my next few videos are going to be law school related. So I wanted this one to come out first before the other ones. So as you can see from the title of the video, I won't be returning to law school this year. I finished my first year in an accredited law school in San Francisco. I think that this journey, like these last few months, have really changed me and made me just have a different perspective about school and about the investment that it really is. Everything I had to like weigh out this summer was really heartbreaking, was really hard. I've wanted to be an attorney since I've been a child. Like, I always thought that, I didn't think it would be like the only career I had, but it's always, that's my speaker, but it's always been something that I've wanted to do. So yeah, I won't be going back this year. I actually signed a 1-year leave of absence, and that means that a year from now, the school would take me back as a 2L, which is a second year in law school, but I just don't know if that will be the case. Like, I don't know if I'll be returning to that school. So just to be clear, I still want to be an attorney, and I think I will always want to be an attorney. But there's several reasons why I just couldn't with good conscience, like, knowing everything I know and talking to other attorneys that I've talked to this summer and just throughout my 1L year, I just can't go back and go into so much debt for that program. Like, I really can't. I don't know if you know how much law school is, but it's expensive. It's $50,000 basically throughout the United States. Maybe not, it might be a little less in some states, but for the most part, it's about $50,000, and that's just tuition. That does not include housing, books, transportation, living expenses, nothing. I was very fortunate to have a very significant scholarship for the first year, but I still took out loans, and you know, unfortunately, I wasn't able to receive the same scholarship for my second and third year, and that essentially means paying $50,000 out of pocket or with loans for the next 2 years. That's $100,000. Interest starts now, and it's not like undergrad where it's at 3 or 4%. It's at 6, 7, or 8%. I think because I've always wanted to be an attorney, and I was so just in love with the idea and so passionate and just so energetic about it, that I think I was blinded a little bit. I don't want to bash the school. I still have a lot of friends that go to school there. And I think, you know, I think for some people it's a really good opportunity, especially if you're getting a full ride throughout the 3 years. And I met amazing people there, amazing students, amazing professors, but there was just so many things that went wrong, and I didn't feel supported. I think the support I had was from one of my professors, because I really opened up to her, and from my, you know, from my classmates, like my close group of friends, and from student organizations, not necessarily from the school. So that was another huge issue I had, that the school put so much money and effort into recruiting, especially students out of state, and then when students are there, I don't know, I just wish that the same amount of energy and money was put into current students. And I don't know, I had a lot of bad experiences, and I had a lot of things going on that did put me at a disadvantage. My commute, I was working that first semester, just a lot of different things that just don't make me going $50,000 into debt reasonable. And I don't have that money, meaning that would all be loans. And I literally, I don't want to say from what office or who told me this, but I was basically told to go to a family member and ask them to pay for my tuition. Now, I understand that from their experience. There's students that are able to do that, but I am not in that situation. I don't have those privileges, and I think even if I had a family who had the money or close to it, I would feel horrible asking when I knew this was a decision that I made, and it's, you know, something for my education. So looking back, I don't know, a part of me wishes I hadn't gone. Another part of me knows I learned a lot from you know, from the courses themselves, and just the experience and the people I met. But it was difficult, and I think that I was told untrue statements, I'll say this. And I think I realized way too late that the school is investing in the students and is not just giving money out so that there's access, so that there's more access to the legal field. I'm trying my best not to be, you know, bitter about it or not to be petty, but the truth is I always wondered how they gave out so much money to, you know, to our class. Like, a lot of people had a significant amount of scholarships, and it makes sense now, because if you, I wish I had looked at the statistics, but more than half the class will lose their scholarship, or about half, meaning that you can give out money that first year, but you're going to be getting it back the second and third year. And I guess as a business, that's a good plan. A lot of these factors and the program just not being the one for me, alongside not having the same scholarship anymore, made me realize that just it isn't the time for me right now. But that wasn't the hardest choice. You know, I knew it was a possibility that I wouldn't be getting that same scholarship, and I decided to have hope. It was kind of naive, but I thought that if I worked hard, that I'd be able to keep it, but it wasn't the case. The hardest part about this whole situation, it's kind of like a two-part thing, is that one, I had to tell my parents, and you know, my parents, I think, have always been really proud of what I've done, and just, they've been really good parents. They've supported my education. They've allowed me to live rent-free while I was in school, and it was hard. It was hard, and I remember when I had to tell my mom, I kind of said it was a possibility, and I ran into the restroom to take a shower, and when I came out, she was still sitting on a chair with her head down, and it broke my heart, because I knew that, you know, they came to this country to give their children a better life, and you know, they helped put me through college and supported me throughout. And now this was the final step, law school, and a third of the way through. And now I made that choice to not go back. And it was very difficult. When it was official that I wouldn't be getting the same scholarship, I had to talk to them, and I was surprised. We sat down at the table, and I explained to them the amount of debt I would be going into, and that even though people at the school had recommended I take out the loans and later receive loan forgiveness, that I had many attorneys tell me that was irresponsible, and that it wasn't, you know, it wasn't something that was guaranteed. The loan forgiveness is a program that's just not guaranteed. So I explained that to them, the interest and different options that could open up to me, or that I at least could take a year and work and save. And I was incredibly impressed, and just, I really felt the love at that moment. It was still very hard for my mom, but I think my dad was able to see my points, and I think they do want the best for me. And I'll never forget that my dad told me that he knew that I would be an attorney in 2 years like I was supposed to, or in 5 or 10 years if I still wanted to do so. And it made me realize that I think I allowed myself to kind of get lost a little bit in this first year of law school, and my parents knew me better than I knew myself. And they know how hardworking I am and how determined I am. So it's true. If I do want to go back, and if I have to restart and reapply and, you know, retake the LSAT, it's something that I'll do. And it it just made me really happy to feel their support and feel that they understood where I was coming from, and they obviously just want the best for me. So that was, I don't know, that was life-changing. That was, I think, a moment I'll never forget. And the second part is that I couldn't think of anything else I could do with my life. If I don't become an attorney, like, what else would I do? I was very, very lucky to have been able to get an internship working as a clerk at a nonprofit in San Jose with amazing attorneys. I think I wouldn't have been able to, sorry, it's so emotional. I don't think I would have been able to get through, you know, making the decision and just making an informed decision without my supervising attorney and without the wonderful woman in that organization. I realized that there's so many ways I could give back, and that there's so many ways that I could still be involved in the legal field without being an attorney. So there's a lot of things I'm considering. Nothing set in stone, but I'm excited for the future, and I'm excited to see what this year brings into my life. So right now I'm just gonna take things day by day and basically focus on myself and opening up doors so that a year from now I have 2 or 3 different options. I feel like, as difficult as it is, this does give me a second opportunity to retake the LSAT. I took it twice, and this upcoming year both scores will be invalidated because they only last 5 years. Now I'll be able to retake it. Now I don't plan on retaking it this year or next. I want to see what my options are first. Like I said, my next few videos will be on law school, and I'm very excited to say that I have a collaboration coming up, which includes a giveaway for 1 month of LSAT classes for free with an amazing person who has been reaching out to me. His name is Steve Schwartz, and my next video will talk about the giveaway. But I am really excited to be able to, take control of my life again, and see what this new chapter brings. I know that it won't be the traditional path, and when I go back, it might be part-time. I do want to say this. I do know that I'm incredibly privileged. I was able to go to college on essentially a full ride. I stayed a 5th year. That's why I'm not saying it's a full ride, but I've been very blessed. I've been given amazing opportunities. I know that I'm blessed. I know I have an amazing family and friends, a good support system, and I know that I can go back. I know things can get done. It's been hard. It's been a hard choice. So I just wanted to be transparent and share that with you guys. I will definitely share the process going forward, and I do want to make videos talking about the worst and the best parts about that first year of law school. So yeah, just stay tuned. But we just gotta keep on pushing. Anyways, I hope you liked the video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.